Hi Aquarius, welcome to your abundance reading for 2019. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Tarot by Bronx. Love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love and support. This is intended to be a money and finance money and work reading, career and finance reading. But it may resonate in other areas of your life. That was going to jump the Page of Swords. All right. So, are you watching and waiting? Is it online commerce? What is going on? Waiting for the right time, gathering information, starting to pursue other options. Aquarius. 10 of Swords. So maybe it is starting to pursue other options. You're thinking you're done with where you're at. Chariot. All right, what are you going to do now, right? Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Wow. Strength. So this could be Leo, Cancerian, Emperor. This could be Aries. And Ace of Pentacles, Justice. You get the little guys here. It changes this month. Is work on the back burner because you're dealing with a romantic situation? Here we go with the romantic love reading again. So this could very well be that you need, there's a lot of busyness this month, and it could be that your romantic life or dating is kind of a challenge or a distraction to your work. Why is that? You got Justice here. That could be Libra, Aries, Leo. Okay, Cancerian. All right, what's this Emperor about? The Emperor. Oh, okay. This Ace of Cups about. I got 2 aces. Nice. This Ace of Cups. There's some kind of romantic situation that's a distraction for you right now, and you're feeling like this is. It feels like there's a lack of trust, or there's this sort of suspicious nature about your romantic situation. So there's that, but things are relatively calm. I mean, they're, same old, going along. Might be kind of hectic because of the holidays if you celebrate, but there's a lot happening in your little sphere, though, that is separate from the holiday festivities. This is having to do with changes at work and in your romantic life. You might need to, or feel the need like you need to talk to somebody, or there might be some... you need to handle your business. Perhaps your romantic life has been a distraction and it's time to reinvest in, or just kind of dive into work to distract you. What's this 9 of Cups about for Aquarius? 9 of Cups about. Oh, it really takes off, doesn't it? Okay, then we got the Magician here. It's Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. What's this Chariot about? 7 of Swords. There's that distrust. Whoa, this is really turned, isn't it? I just looked up at the viewfinder and jeez. So this is really, whoever you are with romantically, you do not trust in their stability or their ability to be stable with you, and it's affecting a neglected work life. You need to focus on work again. This is about you getting back to basics with your, and focusing on the day-to-day, the routine, that which brings you longevity and stability. What's this 3 of Cups? What's this 3 of Cups about? Temperance. Empress. Temptress. Empress. What's this Strength about? 3 of Wands. I like that. This Ace of Pentacles. You got a solid job offer coming in somewhere. What's this Ace of Pentacles about? Oh, well, there's that. 6 of Cups. Okay, so here's the thing. Your romantic life is too much of a distraction. Sorry, please don't, flame or throw things at the screen. This is just what's showing up here. But it feels like there's a need for you to get back to basics and do what matters. Perhaps you've been, it's almost like as quick as this connection comes in, it kind of goes south again, and you're tired of it. It's a distraction. It interferes, and it's like, we've been doing this for a while. We need to either be up and running, or I just can't, and I can't let this distract me from work anymore. There's things that you believe in and that you want to do, and that you can't because your romantic person that you've been dealing with is just not the most stable. They're just not into what you want. They're not ready to take the next step, or they don't have the work ethic that you do. Their principles are different, their values are different, they have a different type of job. There's a disparity here with your romantic partner, and so it's been a distraction for you for your work. This kind of feels like you are self-employed, and that's kind of gotten in the way of you being able to produce and pursue what you want. It's gotten in the way of some projects. If you're not self-employed, this is you not being able to fulfill your duties at your job because of the distraction of your romantic life. You've been here before with this person. It is time to decide what's going to be what. And you're going to have to make the decision, because this is not somebody that is just interested in making a decision. I don't know. This is just someone that's not a contributor, or I don't mean to be talking trash about your person. They're not conducive for you working at a steady, stable job. They're not conducive for you producing reliable results at your job. They're not supportive of a steady workflow there. All right. Hopefully that's for Aquarius. You've got offers coming in. You've got work coming in. You've got steady work, but this person is a threat to that. That's the thing. The work stability is there if you want it. The potential for good income is there. That's been neglected. You need to get back to that. You need to prioritize. This is all you. You need this. You need that. You need this. Because the person that you're with is a deterrent and a distraction from that. It's all, dare I say, saboteur. I don't think they actively mean to do that. They're just not working with you. You two are not on the same page. What else first? Aquarius. Libra again. Wow. It would appear that this is all about a partner, and you two are kind of going along. We got the Empress and Emperor. Something is not, and we even got the Chariot and the Ace of Cups. But it's like it's for appearances, because this is not somebody that is the way it feels, Aquarius. It feels like everything looks good on the surface, but behind the scenes there's a lot of turmoil and a lot of upset, and it's tumultuous enough to where it causes interference with your work and your production and whatnot. And it's kind of about you putting your foot down, or you really prioritizing, come hell or high water, prioritizing the projects, the work, the tasks at hand, the workflow. You prioritizing that. Now, this isn't a romantic reading. This is about work, money, work, abundance, opportunities, all of that. And so here's the thing: where you're abundant this month, where your abundance lies, where your ability to thrive lies, is actually changes need to be made, and you're the one that needs to make them. So you've got, oh, this sounds so cheesy, an abundance of opportunity. Don't hit me. I'm not going to say that. This is you need to put your foot down and be strategic about how you're going to move forward, because you do not have someone that you're on the same page with that is actually kind of undermining your ability to produce at work, your ability to get that promotion, your ability to even go into work. Something's got to give. It's either going to be your person or it's going to be your job. So you need to make a decision. So for as far as, because there's change coming, and you need to figure out what you want. You cannot, for the Aquarians that I am reading for, this is you kind of deciding where you want to put your energy right now. And because it's either going to be you want to invest in your relationship and your work project, your passion project, or just your work in general is going to not be a priority. Or is it that you want to invest in work and build that back up? It feels like it's, I hate having to say this. Whoever you're with does not support what you do. So they are a deterrent and a distraction to that. They're not a bad person. They're just not on the same page and do not value what you do. So, or maybe they are a bad person. But point is, it's kind of going to be up to you to make a decision about what you want to do, because you have the evidence that you need as far as, okay, look, work's consistent. It gives me money. I can do good there. That's okay, it's what I make of it. The relationship you can't really control, and it's topsy-turvy, and it just feels like you really need to get back to brass tacks and figure out what your next move is going to be. Okay, all right. You might be surprised, though, just saying, you might be surprised that if you do kind of let this relationship run its course and not prioritize it as much, that work really has the potential to take off for you. Getting back to basics, you could find that there's a lot of just potential for advancement if you get back to focusing on your work and prioritizing that and keeping a steady schedule, or being more consistent and reliable, or getting back to those projects, just being better at work. That it very well could be it's noticed, and there is opportunities that you don't know about that haven't surfaced yet, that are available. Perhaps they're not on your radar because home life has been kind of chaotic and you're focusing on that. But there is opportunity for advancement at work, but you kind of got to show that you're back in the game. All right. It's not going anywhere. It's just that there's a lot of chaos in your personal life that has been kind of a distraction, and things need to level out. We got Justice and the Emperor here. This very well could be wow. Perhaps you're being relocated also. Perhaps there's like orders from outside, or there's like some internal shifts going on, and there's like movement, and perhaps that's why your person is just, I'm not on board with that. It's because they don't want to relocate, or they don't want what this new opportunity could do to the relationship. Like it jeopardizes what you two have because it might require you to move, change sites, facilities, actually relocate, that sort of thing. And it's out of your control at this point. It's something coming from higher up. What else for it? Follow your intuition. I like it. I feel like this is also speaking to that you know what needs to be done. It's just been a hard decision to make, but you have, and I said this earlier, you have overwhelming evidence as to what you need to do. It's just difficult. What's showing here is that, and because this also is a financial work, a money reading, what's showing here is that as soon as you decide to stop prioritizing this relationship, aka it ends, work picks back up for you, and it's the opportunities are there and the money is there. But this personal life has got to stop sabotaging and affecting your ability to perform your best at work. So, and you already know this. The Aquarians that I'm reading for, you know this. Else for Aquarius. I feel bad because here's the title is Abundance, and it's like I don't want, but you can't be sitting here looking at this and being like, okay, well, guess what? You're going to get married, and there's going to be, and I'm not dragging. This isn't about any, being negative about anybody or anything. It's just what needs to happen is for you to rededicate yourself to work for the opportunities to open back up. What else for? Death, change. Things need to change. There needs to be a reprioritization. All right. The good thing is you're not afraid of change. That's a good thing. Good thing. What else for Aquarius? This was going to jump. Idris Elba card. Looks like him. Oopsie. That could be Gemini. Needing to make those executive decisions. Perhaps talking to someone, wise counsel about what you should do. But this is all about coming to terms with the options before you and making those decisions not based on emotion. Based on what needs to be done, what you should do, what's best to do, what makes the most sense, what is based on truth and the right thing to do, and authority, that sort of thing. That's for Aquarius. Choices, make those choices. 7 of Cups. This is not knowing what to do. Yes, you do. It's just going to be an adjustment. Once you make the decision, there's some shifting and adjusting. Honestly, though, this gets you back to basics. There needs to be a refocusing on that. And once you do, the job opportunities and advancement opens up to you. Money's not an issue here. This is not about you stability in terms of money. This is about stability in terms of the progression of events for you and things shifting and then settling back down once you make a definitive decision on which direction you're going to go in. And what's showing here is that getting back to basics with the daily routine, as well as your work and your job, and letting your intuition be your guide so that you can get back to thriving, get back to what feels right, get back to that stability and things being grounded and the offers coming in and the work being there for you. What is for Aquarius? Honestly, what's highlighted this month where you're abundant is in change. Where the abundance is for you this month, change. What else for Aquarius? It's not laughable or anything. I'm just saying, holy cow, that wasn't expected. I was looking at job, but this is more about personal life affecting work life. Okay, so we've got Ace of Pentacles reversed, and we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is you making your own stability because, again, there's a lack of it in one area. Quite possibly the home life is a bit topsy-turvy or chaotic, and you're kind of all on your own. In terms, even if you are partnered, there's some changes happening, and it's like you're realizing, or you're thinking about, at least, I might have to do this by myself. Like, not just job, of course I do that by myself, but I might actually have to leave this person behind because it's just not workable any other way. We've been here before and it's causing a problem. If it's not one person, it's just the romantic life in general, like the dating isn't fulfilling and you're just like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. But there's something unfulfilling that needs change. It's not giving you the stability and the connection and the ability to thrive in connection with somebody that you are just tired of. And you're like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that anymore. And there's this refocusing and rededicating yourself to work, and it pays off. So you got change in spades here. You've got ending and new beginning. But with that comes the opportunity to thrive, to actually get to the stability and the workflow that you want to come back in. So there's that. Coming on the heels of change, though. The change happens and then the opportunities open up. The work comes. The job is stable. It's just you really do want... It's like once this is out of the way, then this levels out again. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just your focus is not there. And it feels like you want to get back to that. Not saying you should, it's not saying like, well, it feels like you should. No, it feels like you want to get back to that. It's just it's kind of been like, I got to make a decision, and you do. Okay, all right, wow, minutes. Thank you for stopping by, Aquarius. Love and luck to you with this situation. Happy holidays to you if you celebrate. I thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.